Hey quilty people, I have started a quilting vlog and you guys are invited to come along with me. If you want to know what a week with a full-time longarm quilter looks like, then you've come to the right place. We're going to go over a little bit of everything, ups and downs and all arounds. So come with me and let's get sewing. We're starting off this vlog by looking at a big achievement for me. I had a very talented artist, Sharons. She invited me to help her with her quilt. So I did some custom quilting on her beautiful quilt. I have to mention also that it had a lot of her custom ice-dyed fabrics in there, along with a lot of her scraps. And if you haven't seen her ice-dyed fabrics, they are gorgeous and you need to. It has been such a privilege to work with her, and I couldn't have asked for a more beautiful quilt to be a part of. Also, this week, I finished a very unique custom order. I had a customer come to me online, and she kind of explained what she wanted. It was a Cubs table runner that would fit over 3 long toy boxes that sat side by side. So with a little pattern designing and a lot of sewing, we made her quilted dreams come true. This is, of course, the longest table runner I have ever made. I don't know if I would ever make one that long because I would not have a place to put it. Anyway, it was fun to make though, and it looks great in her space. And speaking of custom orders, one of my regular quilting customers who has purchased some t-shirts from me inspired us to make some new quilter shirts. These shirts are for the bougie quilter in your life, so they read High Society and Socialite. Both designs were made by my daughter. She's very talented at designing things like that, and they are exclusively available from us here at Quiltology. You can shop the link below to customize your own and message me if you want something different. This is a little side project that I have been creating for a family friend. Her niece is having a baby, and it's actually for her dad. He's wanted a quilt for all of his grandkids, so I've done one so far, and this is their second one. I designed this pattern myself to fit the mama's unique personal style and her nursery room theme. And this quilt is also extra special because there is a quilt block added to the back that was made by the baby's late great-grandmother. I set it on point just to give it a little unique aspect there, and it's also inky, making it even more awesome. Some of you know that when I'm not working on a customer order or something for myself, you can probably find me piecing a sample quilt for one of the local fabric shops, the Hickory Stick. I have been working with Pat over at the Hickory Stick in Hannibal, Missouri for years, and they requested a sample made from this Riley Blake Designs Easter Table Runner kit. And I'm going to be honest, the piecing was a lot of work. Those are some tiny pieces, but once it all goes together, I do love how it turned out. And I also got a lot of spring scraps left over, and I think I'm going to make a quick scrappy table runner out of one of my own patterns, and maybe I'll feature that in a video soon. If you're interested in the kit though, I'll leave the Hickory Stick's contact information in the description box below, along with the full name of the kit. As a longarm quilter, I go through 10 or more quilts a week. Most of them I'm just longarming for my customers, but some are my own creations. Here's a little montage of this week's workload. official greenhouse message. Good morning, quilty gardeners. I am in my backyard today. I'm gonna do some work in the greenhouse. I have some plants to repot and plants to plant. I hadn't done an update on my greenhouse in a while, so I wanted everybody to see where I've been spending some time and meet my second happy place. We've done some work to it, added some things that are super helpful, and I'd like to be able to at least grow some things year-round, so I wanted this greenhouse for that very reason, and we're adding things to it that will help us do that and be sustainable year-round. So I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to give you an update. So here's the greenhouse, and as we're walking up to it, you'll see he built a really good foundation for it, tried to brace it well, add things that are gonna help it tolerate the weather here in the Midwest because it's not wonderful all the time. And you can see one of the things that we have added is an exhaust fan, because when it gets really hot outside and Midwest summers are warm, we're gonna need to get some of that heat out of there and keep those plants happy. So there's the exhaust fan. And in order to run that exhaust fan, we've also had to add some electric to the greenhouse. So I'll show you some of the other things we're working on when we get inside. So I've just stepped inside my greenhouse, and it has some really nice sliding doors behind me, and they open all the way up. So if I do need to get some extra wind flow or something going through here during the day, I can do that and just open these doors, which I might be doing soon because it's already warming up pretty good in here. I am going to be planting some peppers today, and my peppers are over here kind of waiting. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is what we've decided to use for planting my lettuces. And I do have some planted over here. You can see my starters in here. Lettuce is a little more cold tolerant, and we've had some cold nights out here, so I did go ahead and plant those, but I've been waiting on everything else. And these are my pepper plants, and they're still in smaller pots, so I am going to replant those. I have already replanted my tomato plants because they got big pretty quick. And they are over here. You can see all of my starters. I started these inside, so they are pretty big. We've just been kind of moving them in and out and in and out right now because it's hot and cold and hot and cold. And I didn't want to lose all the hard work that I've put into it so far, so we have been taking them inside. But bringing them out here in the sun is the best thing for them, so we've been doing that as well. And because we have unpredictable weather in the Midwest, we have also installed this greenhouse heater, and hopefully that will help to create a better temperature gradient in here, more ambient temperature, so that the plants can stay in here year-round, and I'll be able to grow lettuces and things like that year-round. We really love lettuce, bok choy, some of those things that sometimes I don't have room for in my garden, but by growing them in here, you know, I can harvest and replant continually, and that'll give us a good supply year-round. I like to freeze, I like to can, so that's what that's gonna do for us. And that's just, oh yeah, so in order to run the heater and the exhaust fan that's up there, we had to put in some electrical outlets and be able to plug in. And so my husband did that over the weekend, and I haven't seen anything run in here yet, but I'm sure it will soon, and I will be able to update you again as things progress. So I just wanted to let you know, because I know quilters love plants, love the garden, and I wanted to share mine with you. So until next time, keep quilting.